Hometown Secret uncovers the story of St. Joseph's popular Lookout Park.
WSBT photojournalist Rob Jones has the story of what it used to look like from the people who used to live there.
I think it's really beautiful. I like eating lunch down here and eating picnics.
I love this park here. It's just so great to go to.
It's hard to believe that there was 300 or 400 feet here beyond this point. I grew up here as a child. We moved here in 1945. I had a brother and two sisters, and then the Hanley kids, there's four of them, and we grew up back and forth here. It's just a regular little community for us. We were considered to be out in the country.
When I was somewhere around 2, my parents started building a house along the bluff. Before my parents built the house, they checked it out with the state to make sure that this land was solid. The state said, oh yeah, we'll guarantee it for 100 years. And we ended up living there for about 6 years until our house went over the bluff. That spring, there was an inordinate amount of rain.
But the erosion was so rapid at that point in time that, it just went from having a reasonable cushion to very little cushion to basically moving out when part of the house was hanging over. Following that, they ended up in a pretty lengthy court case because there was a question about whether exactly what had happened to the bluff. Eventually, they were successful in the insurance.
So this is one of the last pieces that's left of the remaining Hanley house. And if you were to go down in the undercover there, you'd probably see the actual floor and foundation because it was a large slab. We were walking through here and everybody was hustling and moving and trying to get stuff out of the houses. And I looked over here at the grandfather's house, and that's when I saw a tree just disappear, a large tree. And I went to tell everybody that the tree went away, and they said, no, just pick up some boxes. Come on, Johnny, just keep moving. I remember one time growing up that they had an explosion in Whiting, Indiana, and you could stand out here in the peak and you could see the explosion, and you could see the fire burning down there in the oil fields. It's quite an experience.
My parents were St. Joe people. St. Joe was real important. My dad decided that he wanted to do something. He took one of the aerial photographs that were taken for the purpose of insurance and had that superimposed onto this plaque.
The plaque is nice. It gives some recognition that there was a community here at one time, and people did live here.
I never wanted to live on the lake again.
It was a very interesting childhood growing up there. It was the only one that we knew. Didn't appreciate it at the time, but you look back and you realize it's a neat story to tell.
Lookout Park is open year-round, 24 hours a day. It's located right along Lakeshore Drive. WSBT News at 6 starts now.